How did court proceedings show you the true colors of the man you had kids with? My ex-husband, Riker, told the court I was too emotional to care for our son just 6 months after our daughter died. She passed away in the car with him. He had been at a bar drinking, and she volunteered to drive him home since she was headed that way. That was the last time I ever told her goodnight. At first, Riker was consumed with guilt. He joined grief counseling, checked in on me constantly, even to the point of causing arguments with his new girlfriend. As awful as it sounds, seeing his life unravel made me feel slightly better in a dark, twisted way. But after a few months, his tone shifted. He began asking, "When do you think you'll be ready to move on? Is this what you would want?" I ignored it until he started taking photos of me crying, secretly recording me when I spoke about Michaela just to make me break down. Soon, he was texting constantly when I had our son. "Did you pick him up from school? Is dinner ready?" I was struggling, I'll admit that. I was prescribed Zoloft and joined a support group for parents who had lost children. Thinking transparency would help, I shared my progress with him, not realizing he was gathering ammunition. On Michaela's 17th birthday, at her grave, I was served custody papers. Emergency modification. Photos of my house with dishes in the sink. Texts where I'd said, "I can't do this anymore." He even claimed our son said, "Mommy's always sad." He demanded immediate custody transfer, psychological evaluations, and supervised visitation only. When I called Riker crying, begging, he recorded it as more evidence. Then came the setup. One night, he asked me to take our son because his girlfriend was in the hospital. He dropped him off, asked to use the upstairs bathroom, stayed a few minutes, hugged our son, and left. The next morning, while showering, my son screamed in pain. His face was swelling, his skin breaking out in red welts. Riker rushed in, yelling, "What did you do?" He carried our son to the car, saying, "Daddy's here to help," while I collapsed sobbing on the floor, convinced I'd failed both my children. Later, I smelled the shampoo bottle. Lavender. My son had been allergic since he was 2. It hit me Riker had put lavender in the bottle when he went upstairs. When I confronted him, he coldly said, "I think your grief is messing with your head." Why would I do that to our boy? At the emergency hearing, the ER report was damning. I tried to explain Riker had set me up, but the court looked at me like I was delusional. The judge ruled, while the court sympathizes with your grief, the child's safety comes first. Custody was immediately granted to Riker, and I was allowed only 4 hours of supervised visitation on Saturdays. 2 weeks later, he moved to terminate my visitation entirely. Even his hand-picked therapist wrote a letter claiming my son showed trauma symptoms. My lawyer warned I might lose my son forever. But then, 2 days before the final hearing, she requested proof of the grief counseling Riker had claimed to attend. The judge ordered his records be turned over within 24 hours. His lawyer stalled. That night, Riker vanished. Hours later, a travel agent contacted my lawyer. Riker had paid cash for 2 tickets to Thailand, 1 adult, 1 child. Airport footage showed my little boy with his backpack, walking beside him. That same night, my lawyer discovered Riker had never attended counseling. He had lied about it all. Years have passed since then. My son is back with me now. And I finally understand why Riker never sought grief counseling for Michaela. Because how can you grieve someone you killed? Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.